Hi, my name is Jason B. Dutton, and you're listening to the Incoherent Fangirl Podcast. Hi, welcome to the Incoherent Fangirl. My name is Jason B. Dutton, and tonight we'll be talking about whatever's on my mind. I got this Spider-Man. Oh, hi, guys.
Jason.
Hi.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I had some free time. I thought maybe we could talk some Spider-Man because
Are
I'm
you guys
very
talking
excited.
about Marie Antoinette?
Maria.
Have you heard that TikTok
Yes,
sound?
that was the second thing I was gonna. Yeah, that and Marie Antoinette.
Perfect. Well, since you're here, we might as well have a fun little Marvel discussion.
I haven't met the
as
dog
we're
yet,
wont
by
to
the
do.
way.
This is Roma.
Hi, Roma.
He's
How are you, buddy?
he just wants to be involved. He's hi.
Do you
He
like
just wants-
Spidey as well?
Mhm.
He looks pretty excited about it, I feel like.
Right, sit down, buddy. All right. Well, welcome everybody. As you heard, our friend Jason B. Dutton is back on the podcast.
Happy to be
so
here.
excited to have you.
bestie. I gotta get this pillow out from under me though.
And Roma's trying to figure out where to sit. He's
Okay.
okay.
These are real problems, yeah.
We're doing great. We're doing great.
Absolutely.
Well, it's so exciting to have you back, Jason. It's been a while, and
Has been?
we
If you don't remember Jason, you need to go listen to our whole backlog because you're pretty much the third fangirl.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And what a good excuse to listen to all the back episodes. That's great.
Yes.
I like that idea.
yes, it's a good
Okay,
time.
Spider-Man, I want to know your 5-word reactions because mine was
Oh,
thanks
5
for
words.
making me cry.
Yeah, I teared up a couple times. I saw it. I've seen it twice. I saw it on Saturday, and then because I knew I'd be podcasting, I watched the Holland movies again, and then saw it again on Tuesday, I think. And so the second time I brought my dad, and when the movie ended, he was like, that girl next to me was crying. She knows that's not real, right? And I went, yeah, no, it totally is.
I guess we should start by saying this is not a spoiler-free
There will
episode.
be spoilers
okay.
if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
not.
Turn it.
spoilers.
I should have started with
Yeah.
that, but
If you have not
Stop
watched
now.
Spider-Man: Brand New Day, you're gonna have to pause, go watch the movie, and then you can come back
then
because
come back.
these are our completely unfiltered thoughts,
Yeah.
and
I
there will
wept.
be spoilers.
5 words.
Whoa.
And also, I would just like to let it be known that Mandy and I had this really hilariously unspoken agreement that we would not talk about the movie.
We didn't
Like,
say a word to
you
each
haven't?
other.
Okay.
we haven't
We have
said
not talked at
anything
all.
to each other, and
The only thing
That-
I told you, which I want
But, yeah.
listeners to hear this, just in case, the only
Yeah.
thing I said was if you have motion sensitivity, take your Dramamine, take your Meclizine before you go, because there were a few scenes that made me like,
Sure. Sure.
but
Yeah.
like it just made my eyes like cross.
there were a couple of those where I was like, oh, that's what she meant. Like, I don't get motion
that's the
sickness, so
only
it didn't.
thing.
Yeah, but yeah,
I didn't do
it's-
3D for that reason. Yeah, I figured I would.
I didn't do
I'd give you
3D
the-
either, but like don't
I just
spoil it.
generally can't.
when
do
he's like
3D.
hanging upside down and the camera
And
just
it's-
like
Oh,
Spins,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
oh!
There
I
was a
thought I was
lot
going
of
with
like
it.
the spinning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was-
which was really cool.
But
I liked it.
I can
liked it.
imagine
But I
how that
wished I had
could
my
start.
Dramamine,
Yeah,
my
I think-
Meclizine.
It would 5 words or so would be like my second favorite Spider-Man movie. Maybe I watched. I guess my favorite ever would be probably Spider-Man 2, like the Tobey Spider-Man 2. But
He's always like, yeah.
But
That
if
is a
you
thing.
if you just do the Holland ones, because I watched them again, and I can't beat No Way Home for just pure joy. But I think that has to do with like my experience, my history with the other Spider-Men. But this was really, 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 really good. Like
God, it was
this was
good.
great.
I was
would
impressed.
my 5-word response to this movie would be, I'm so glad MJ survived.
Yeah. I wondered about.
I
so-
was
I was
worried.
so worried with all of the
Because-
wardrobe choices on the red
Right.
carpet.
Yeah.
Right, with the way that everybody is like, she's wearing black to every single
Except
screening,
China, where she's
except
wearing
for-
white.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is our color for mourning.
Oh,
I
okay,
was
okay.
nervous. I was very nervous. But
Now, what was the other? Because I just listened to last week's episode, and you referenced a second fan theory that I didn't know enough to know what you were talking about. You were worried about something else.
I was worried. Well, my
I
biggest
forgot.
worry was that MJ wasn't going to survive.
Okay.
And then Mandy had said that they said that they're doing something in this film that they've never done before. And so
Hmm.
I was like, oh, well, MJ has died in other Spider-Man movies, so it can't be that. But then I was worried that Ned would die.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we
yeah.
were
That
worried
makes
about
more
Ned.
sense.
That's what
Now
I was worried about.
she hasn't died. Gwen died.
Yeah.
That's
MJ
true.
hasn't died yet.
That's true.
Because my husband
yeah.
said the same thing, and I was like, okay, a girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would
Girlfriend
have
has died.
I
Yeah.
would have been mad.
Yeah.
Can
Only
we-
because of the way that the story arc is set up, and it's like don't have them forget him and then
And
she
then-
like
yeah.
that'd be too
Right.
much.
That'd be
Can-
so
can-
romantic-y. I just got you back.
Yeah,
okay, but
exactly.
like, guys, there was that one scene, and it's broke my heart, and it just is such like a testament to what excellent actors they are.
Mhm.
Zendaya is looking in Tom Holland's eyes and says to his face, "I don't love you."
Oh,
She's saying this to her husband.
husband.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the layers of like I get like yes, it's emotional as a scene as the characters, but also like
How
the
did he
layers
not
of
break?
that. I cried. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you looked your husband in the eye and told him that you don't love him.
Yeah, not a minute and 30 seconds earlier, she'd asked him, like, is there a Mrs. Spider-Man? And you see, like, the look on his face. And
Right.
you're like, oh, yeah, no, these guys are married. This makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
right
yeah.
through the heart.
Yeah.
Like what a testament to how well they work. And
Oh, yeah.
and the trust that they have on set with each other, with their team. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very impressed with the both of them. I thought that the meta quality of knowing that they're together and rooting for their relationship, and also knowing that he and John Bernthal have been friends for like a decade
Yes.
and are really close. So that brought me joy because I think it translated onto the screen. But yeah, I was initially, because I think I told both of you, I was like, if she doesn't remember him by the end of the movie, I'm going to lose my mind. And they gave me something that I was surprisingly, first of all, I think she does remember him. I can explain why here in a minute. But also, even if she doesn't, they gave me like they have a relationship. And if I see them work through that relationship in a new way, in another movie, I would be okay with that. But I
Right.
was afraid they were just going to kind of leave me
I think
completely
they've-
bereft.
I think they've
Yeah.
definitely set it up in a way that they have a relationship, like they have that
Yeah.
friendship now, and I think it's set up in a really nice way for them to fall in love all over again
I'll
without
Yeah.
learn you
her
again.
without
Yeah.
her having to remember their past. Like I feel like they've set it up in such a way that we're gonna get to see them fall in love all over again.
The
Yep.
fake remembering though.
Oh my God, that got me
I was
bad. That got
weeping
me
the
bad.
second. See,
Yeah.
yeah, it took my nieces a minute, and they were like, "Wait, no, I
Yeah.
read. I know.
I was
I knew this was not her." And,
I know it was awful. I
Yep.
cried.
I didn't fall. My first thought was, wow, they are kind of tying this up quickly. That's okay.
Yeah.
And then I completely fell for it. Like when she switches and like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, and then our consent king later on, like telling her, like,
Right.
Yes.
she kissed
yeah.
me, and I kissed
Yeah.
her back because I
Yeah.
thought it was you, and I wanted
Yeah.
you to know. And she's
Even
like,
That
though
was a
you
sweet
don't
moment.
remember.
Yeah. That was very sweet. Yeah.
I also really love the product placement in the very first bodega scene where he walks in and his beer or his
His
non-alcoholic
beer!
beer was
Oh,
there.
I didn't catch
slapping
it.
Josh
I didn't.
on it.
Okay.
Like, it's so funny.
I caught the Little Caesars the second time. They have a lot of Little Caesars pizza boxes, but I didn't catch the beer. That's
okay,
funny.
another. I don't know. It's not product placement, but it could be an Easter egg. Have you guys seen about the jackal stuff?
No, what happened with that?
Okay, so there is suspicion that MJ's boyfriend is Jackal.
Okay. I
He's
don't even
wearing
know who Jackal
green.
is.
There's a lot
Okay.
of green in his suit, in his like settings. And there's a cut scene of him when they're at the party and he comes up to her where there's like a little, it looks like a keg and it says the Jackal like
Oh,
on it,
alright.
or like Jackal goods or something like that.
Cool.
And she says something about him. He says she's not being forthright or something. And it's like,
Yeah.
why would
Yeah.
you think that unless you're
Withholding.
Yeah,
Being
yeah, yeah.
not? Yeah, withholding. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yep. Maybe so.
Maybe getting another villain, and he would have reason to hate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yes,
how
he-
unobservant I am. Is the first time I saw it, I thought that was older Flash. I thought Flash had grown because he's only in the movie for a couple minutes, and I
Mhm.
thought the guy that was always giving Peter grief and then wants to be his best friend after they've outed him as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It looked for a second like it was like an older, cooler version of him. I was like, that doesn't really. And then the second time I saw it, Ned references Flash as one of the two people that he thought Spider-Man could be. It's a different actor.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
I got back on track, but I was like, that doesn't. And
And see,
somebody
I
had
didn't
told
notice
me
any of
beforehand.
this. TikTok did.
Yeah.
TikTok
Oh,
told
okay.
me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's only so much because the first time you're watching it, I don't know what's going to happen, right? So
I know,
you're
I
sort
need to
of
watch-
in
I
that
need to go back.
experience, and
Mhm,
then when you
mhm.
said what, so a second time, and that's where I came up with. The first time I saw it, I thought, what if that massive mental Jean Grey event that paralyzes everybody kind of shook something in their brains, like galvanized, maybe not immediately, but galvanized Ned and MJ into like, hey, there's this guy that we kind of used to know, which then leads to Ned remembering, and MJ is crying during the sort of block, and then afterwards I noticed the second time she's not wearing her Black Dahlia necklace until the very end. At the very end, she's messing with the necklace that Peter gave her in
Ooh.
Far From Home when they
yeah.
he's in Europe and it breaks and he gets it's a whole thing.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that theory thrown around where it's like Jean Grey knocked something loose.
Yeah.
And so,
I'd like to
like,
maybe it's just optimism on my part, but
I
I
would
hope
love.
the same thing. Yeah.
I like the idea of like they can feel something's there, like they
Yeah.
know something's not quite right. But I also I don't know. I feel like I'm so torn because like I love them as a trio and I
Mhm.
love their relationship as a trio, and to have that completely ripped away was really hard. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I feel like it was kind of the character development that Peter needed
oh yeah,
to kind
absolutely.
of move forward and move into adulthood. And
Mhm.
so for that to be completely reversed, I don't
So
know.
they get
work,
everything.
without
Yeah, I
work.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I feel like
I would
if-
rather they relearn each other.
right.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them having like maybe like shadows or wisps of like there's something there, kind of deja vu things versus
Kind of like we
them
know
getting
we're
out.
fated, but
Yeah.
the getting there.
Yeah. So like
have to get there.
something's missing, you know, and it's something's always going to be missing, but like they still find their way back to each other kind of thing without the
Yeah.
memories. I like the idea of that. I've
Yeah.
also seen that ending. I was like when they first started with the handshake, I was like really kind of like excited about it. I'm like, "Oh, he remembers." And then I was like, "No, it's muscle memory."
Muscle
And
memory,
then-
yeah.
And then he says Peter and I'm like, "Oh, no, he's just making a connection."
Well, he
Because-
could have been
I don't
making the
know.
connection that Peter is Spider-Man. He
Spider-Man,
could have-
that's what
he
it
could be
is.
making the connection
Yeah,
that he just
because-
said hi to Spider-Man.
When I first walking out of the theater, I was thinking, "Oh, Ned remembers." And I think that's kind of cool where it's like the friendship was stronger than
That
the
important.
romantic relationship.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of a cool idea, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, no, because MJ called Spider-Man Peter. And so
Yeah.
he's now realizing that like Pete,
And now he's
oh,
saying, like,
you're
Peter?
Spider-Man.
Like, What?
Yeah. He's saying like, "Oh, wait, are you that Peter?"
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
which I don't know if Peter realizes that's what it is and if he's now got too much hope
Oh, I don't know.
because
I don't know.
he could also be like, "Oh, he remembers me."
Yeah.
And meanwhile Ned is just like, "Oh no, I
I'm
just
just
remember."
putting two and two together.
Yeah, MJ said Peter and that's Spider-Man. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It'll
it-
be interesting to see.
I mean, I don't even know. Obviously, it's made more money than like anything in about a week. So I'd be shocked if they didn't do another one, but they haven't. They haven't announced.
Well,
that
I
they're
heard
doing-
I saw something where Feige had said they plan to do another Spider-Man with these actors.
Okay.
But Tom and Zendaya are taking a break from acting because they've been
Because Zendaya is
nonstop.
like
Yeah,
in 6
nonstop.
movies this year. That's why.
Right.
Right. And they've both just been like
Yeah.
working and working.
Yeah.
And so they both, I think, have said that they're going to take a break for a little bit. And so
I'll give
Feige's
that to
like,
him. Sure.
yeah, Feige's like,
Yeah.
once they're done with that, we'll talk about it because
Yeah.
they want to. But
That's showing uncharacteristic restraint on his part. I appreciate that. I can wait a few years, I suppose.
right.
Uh,
Well, and I
cannot,
also
but
just
I'll have to, I guess.
I just appreciate them as individuals too. Like as human beings, they're so and for being so young to
Yeah.
know exactly how to take care of themselves and take care of each other and make sure their career is long lasting, make sure their mental health is well. Like Tom Holland was in his 20s when he realized he needed to stop drinking.
mhm.
That's not a thing that happens very often.
No.
Like that
No.
and he very easily could have gone the wrong direction and he, luckily he has
Yeah.
a good support system around him and he's a smart kid and
Yeah.
we all get to benefit from that.
Yeah, yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's well, 100% yes to all that you said. I really admire them as individuals and as a couple. And by the end of watching all of these over again, my fictional girlfriend is absolutely Michelle Jones Watson because I hadn't I didn't know. I knew who Zendaya was, I think, when I saw Homecoming, but I don't think I'd seen her in anything. And so you see that first movie, and I'm just like, oh, okay, here's her vibe. And now, however many years later, and I've seen her in other movies like Challengers and stuff, I was like, oh, like an idiot. I'm like, oh, she's acting. Like this is a
Yeah.
this is,
Oh, she's
this
actually
is a
talented.
persona, like so.
Yes.
So I really love what she does with that character, and even with just the sort of physicality and the rhythm of her speech that she brings to MJ is
Yeah.
really something special.
Speaking of fictional girlfriends,
Yeah.
my girl,
She's so beautiful.
she's so beautiful. I
couldn't
can't.
stop. I was just staring at her. Like
Yeah.
I was between a twin and Josh, and I was just talking to both of them. She is unfairly gorgeous. It's insane.
She is, and in an accessible way. Like she still seems like a real person, which I think makes it accentuates it. Like she's
Yeah.
somehow more gorgeous because you could believe. Like there are actresses. Olivia Wilde, I always thought was too beautiful to be like a person in
Mhm.
the world. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never met anybody like that ever.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Zendaya seems like she exists, and I think that adds. But she's gorgeous, absolutely. Yeah.
Her for sure, but we're also
We're talking about Florence Pugh.
Oh.
I just know that
okay.
that's Karen's
So,
girl.
That is I love her. I love her so
yeah,
much.
Yeah. I will admit, as soon as she shipped, first of all, I think that her in that movie is a masterstroke of how you're supposed to use Marvel characters.
Oh yeah.
But for
God,
that
so
entire
good.
scene, I was acutely aware that I was watching Florence Pugh in a bathtub the entire time. Part of my brain. I was
Imagine
like,
being poor
"Guys."
Tom Holland.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Poor
Yeah.
little Tom.
I'm sorry. I'm supposed
Yeah.
to keep a straight face. Florence Pugh in a bathtub, in a swimming pool, in a whatever she's in. I'm supposed
whatever
to
that's called,
work?
bathhouse. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be working right now. I can't. This
He
is why I
had,
could never do
uh,
this because
He said in an interview, he was
beautiful.
talking about how he did. I assume because you see him like in his boxers or whatever. He said
Yeah.
he did like the dehydration routine where you drink a lot of water and then the next day you don't, and you're supposed to look more cut or whatever afterwards. And in typical Tom Holland fashion, he was like, "What actually happened is I just ended up really dehydrated and grumpy that day." so I can only imagine. Like and
I
I've
love him
thought a
so
lot about
much.
like how uncomfortable it must. I don't know how comfortable a Spider-Man mask actually is. You're just
yeah.
breathing through whatever that material is. So I
Yeah.
don't. I'm sure it was
Yeah.
fun. I think he said she's hilarious. She's the funniest person in the room. But I don't know how fun that scene was to film
And
over the course of a
back-
day. But
Back to back to back. Yeah.
She is
Yeah.
just I feel like hanging out with her would be such a blast. She's so funny.
yeah,
She's so down to earth. She's so like just no nonsense. She will just say whatever. And God, she's so beautiful. I love her so much.
she's hot.
Did
Did you
she-
see? Have you
did
guys
she-
seen We Live in Time with Andrew Garfield?
I haven't
You
watched
should.
it
Not
yet.
yet.
You should.
I know.
If you
I
like
want
Florence
to.
Pugh and bromance,
it's
you
there.
should. And
It's-
Pain, it's all the stuff.
I love Pain.
Yeah, you're gonna
Suffer.
cry
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. I think that's why I've been holding off on it. I'm like, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt me, and I
It
know
is.
it's gonna hurt me. And these are two of the most beautiful people in the world who are gonna fall
Yes.
in love and then break my heart.
That's true, but I think as somebody who doesn't, we talked about this last time I was on. I don't like Pain. I really liked that movie, and I was willing to hurt to get to the end of it. But no, she's gorgeous. Everybody, I mean, yeah,
Everything to me.
freaking
I love
everybody
her
in that
so
movie.
much.
It's
Right.
like they keep bringing like the best people into the MCU, where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yes.
I feel like Pokemon. Get them all.
I
collect 'em all.
I just saw on social media the other day that somebody was like, I would really love to see the trio of Peter, MJ, and Ned meet up with the trio of Shang-Chi, Katie, and Xialing. And I
Okay,
just
yeah.
the chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, would that be so funny? It would be so good. It
Yeah.
would be so. I'm
I
dying. I'm so excited for Shang-Chi to come back to the MCU.
Yeah.
I hope you know what? I want to be more excited than I am. I saw the Doomsday trailer and it was almost like, God, I really
I'm more
want to be really
scared.
excited. No, I'm not even
somehow-
scared that
Scared.
people are going to die. I'm just scared that it's not going to work.
Guys, I just
Um,
realized
yeah.
I've not seen this trailer.
Okay?
I don't
there's-
know how
At all?
No,
Shang-Chi's in it.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi
I
is
don't.
in it.
No, I know. I'm just realizing. I'm like, I don't think I've actually
Clutch my pearls.
seen.
Who are
Yeah,
you?
You know, I'm
Body
trying
snatched.
to contain myself.
You've been body
I'm
snatched.
confused.
I don't know who you are.
How is this possible?
If it makes you feel any better, it's plot-wise, it's pretty general, but you get an idea of who might be in
Very.
it.
I'm terrified I'm gonna have to watch Loki die again.
Oh, maybe.
There's been theories about my boy, and I don't like it.
Well, yeah, but you were
don't-
scared
Right.
about this movie too, and it worked out okay.
Mm,
Kind of, sorta. I don't know. I'm trying
I'm
to be
scared.
trying to be reassuring.
I'm scared, guys.
you
Oh, I'm
should
so
be.
sorry.
Mom,
You
come
should
get
be.
me. I'm scared.
I mean, I don't know. I hope they focus on one of the things I thought they did really well with this. I think they really focused on like making a good Spider-Man
Mhm.
movie.
Mhm.
Period.
This
And then
felt
I
like
think-
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then I
sounds
think
dumb
they
to say,
use
but
yeah,
Well,
not
and it
all of them
also
do.
felt and
Right.
it also felt like there wasn't. I feel like one of the downfalls of Phase 4 was the attempt to have like an ulterior motive. Like there was no ulterior motive in the Spider-Man movie. You know, it was just an isolated Spider-Man movie where things from it could come back later in Avengers movies, but like I feel like a lot of what has been done recently has been in an attempt to get to that
it
Avengers
doesn't
movie.
have to be a spider web. No,
Yes.
no pun intended. But it doesn't have
Right.
to be a spider web of.
because that's
Yeah.
Well, it can
Well,
just
and-
be a movie.
Right. And that was one of the things where why so many people are like done with the MCU because it doesn't have, what it
Can't
did.
imagine.
And I'm just like, but you do realize like when they started with Iron Man, they had no intention of doing
Yeah.
Avengers.
Yeah.
That came later. And
Like
so
I did
it's like
think that Phase 4 kind of. You want every movie to feel like Endgame. You
well,
want
and that's what it was.
stakes.
Sure.
And so it felt like they flopped off for a little bit, but it was also right after a pandemic
Right.
Sure. That didn't help. Also,
It was-
I
and a
I don't know.
cancellation and all of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
I
also
don't
they
know if
had they ended up doing things out of order. Like it was
Yes.
WandaVision
Yeah.
was never intended to be the first part of Phase 4.
they
and that's what it ended up
overextended. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had too many different things. I
They
feel
were
like
just trying too hard.
if they just repeated what they did, which is to say if they said, let's make a really good Spider-Man movie, let's make a really good Shang-Chi and all this stuff. And then by the time we get to Zoomsday, you're going to be excited for what you mentioned, Karen, which is like the interaction of these characters that we've grown to know and love. Whereas
Right.
this time, and I hope I'm wrong, but it seems like the emphasis now is, look, guys, we're just going to bring everybody together. And some of them is going to be like the X-Men from the 90s. It's like, well, okay, I'm going to be excited about seeing Patrick Stewart, but like that has more to do with me. That's not a
Yeah.
good
Right.
story choice.
Right.
That's like, So I don't know.
It's one of those things where it's I think in this modern day and this modern age of technology where everybody is so accessible
Yeah.
and the audience is able to very loudly speak whatever frustrations they have into the world, and the creatives are able to see that whether or not they respond, they do see
It's not
that.
working.
It's not, it makes it harder because like I said, back when we were doing Iron Man, back when we were doing Captain America and all of that, these were intended to be, this was intended to be an Iron Man movie, this was intended to be a Captain America movie. And then later on, as they got farther into like the phases, was when they realized we could bring them together. Like the
Yeah.
Avengers, they didn't plan for the Avengers, they just
Right.
did all of these movies as individual origin movies, and then they're like, actually there's a thread here, and then they toss them into an Avengers movie, and then they did it again later on with Age of Ultron, and then later on, you know, with all of that. And so it was a build up, but that wasn't the end goal. And I
Right.
feel like now
Wasn't
with
the
phase
end
4,
I mean, there we see.
but like,
This is
yeah,
professional podcasting stuff
Yes.
right here. That is exactly.
but like now with you know, with phase 4 and moving forward, it there's this expectation that everything has to relate to something else. There's an Easter egg in every single thing. There's XYZ has to lead to, you know, all of this. And so there's this sense of urgency and this feeling that they have to rush to get to the end, and there's no reason for it. Like the end game took years to get
like
to.
11 years. Yeah.
Infinity War
Yeah.
and Endgame would not have been what they were without all of the
The
years
lore.
of buildup.
Agreed.
I don't know, man.
Agreed,
I
yeah.
can promise you they don't listen to bullying. Otherwise, I'm gonna get on my soapbox. Hold on. Adam
go.
Driver keeps turning down the MCU because they will not give him The Hunt for Ben Solo. It's a Star Wars movie I would give a fuck about.
Yeah,
I'm
no, and
just
I
saying,
like
it's
Soderbergh
written.
was on board
Take
for that. Like,
it.
everything
Yes.
was ready for that. Yeah.
And Disney just said, no, thanks. And
Yeah.
so now they keep asking him to come to the MCU. And he's like, no, tell me that man wouldn't make an excellent villain.
he could do any number of things. I mean, that's again the
I wanted
focus
him as
on-
Reed Richards,
on
but
just good movies instead of
Oh!
interconnectivity.
Yeah.
And I think also, I mean, appropriately enough, I think this movie, Brand New Day, was the perfect example of how I would like to see an interconnected universe work, where it's
Yeah.
like you've got Punisher, you've got the Hulk, and they're all hanging out together, and that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Right.
But you don't actually like I had actually had a conversation with a coworker of mine who saw it with her daughter, and she was like, I wish somebody would have been here to tell us she assumed when she saw the conversation between Spidey and the Punisher talking about Staten Island. We must have missed that show. I was like, oh no, they've never appeared before. They're just referring to something that
They've never appeared
we
together
haven't
before.
seen.
we should know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We
we,
would
don't
know
have
if we
to
were in
know
that
anything
world.
for that
No,
to
but
work,
and
though. Like,
also,
you know.
but it's also like it's been 4 years since
Right. Things
we
have
last saw
happened.
things have happened. Like
Yeah.
we don't have to see every single thing. But
Exactly.
like, you
That's
know,
exactly right.
I mean, imagine somebody coming into this and being like, "I'm sorry, that's the Hulk. I thought he was the big green guy with
Okay.
glasses." Which
Hold on.
I have issues with how the Hulk
I was slightly
in this movie.
confused about that because
I
they
have-
made a big deal in Endgame about him fusing the two, and then
Right. I'm
suddenly
very
they went to the
confused.
inhibitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole way they handled the Hulk was very confusing because what do you mean? He all of a sudden he can't control him?
Again, like we
Again?
regressed that bad.
Right.
The most
Made
charitable
a
reading of
trip.
that is that he decided, instead of doing sort of a best of both worlds situation, that he didn't want him around at all. Well, the real answer is they needed it to work this way so
Right,
that he could
right.
talk to Peter about the inhibitor.
Right.
The more charitable reading is maybe he decided he didn't want the Hulk around for whatever reason. But yeah, to have that arc end with what, he's going to a mental hospital because I don't know.
Yeah.
It was weird. The whole time whenever he was on the screen, I was like, what I thought we already fixed this.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
fixed the Bruce Banner Hulk lore.
Thing.
Like
Yeah.
And now
that's
we've
done.
unfixed it.
And now we've unfixed it. The only thing I can think of that would make sense, like in world, is if there was something to do with the spell right?
Okay.
That where
Oh, right.
everybody forgot Peter.
Maybe it'll be explained in Doomsday.
It's possible. That's
I
the
doubt
only.
it. I don't think they're going to
Yeah.
go through the trouble.
No,
I don't think they care enough.
I don't know.
No.
I don't
no.
think they care enough. They don't care enough about the Hulk because they you know they don't care about him so much that they did one movie where it was Edward Norton, who
He's
Not Bruce
notoriously difficult. So
he's not Bruce Banner. I'm sorry, he's just not.
I mean, that was a blessing in disguise that he gets booted because Ruffalo brought
Ruffalo's
something that
wonderful. I
Ruffalo
love
can
Ruffalo.
do no wrong. I
He
love
is-
that man.
I agree.
I love that man so much.
He's a good
I
human.
He's
love
very
him.
good.
He's so
Yeah.
good. But yeah,
Agreed.
so like I just don't think they care about the Hulk.
Well,
at
he's
all.
tricky too because the problem I've always had with the Hulk is that most stories I've seen are focused on trying to get him not to become the Hulk. Like the crux of most of the story is like, don't get me mad, because otherwise it's like, well, isn't the point to
Guys,
see
deal
that
with it.
though?
Yeah,
I
just-
and to deal with the anger.
I just remembered She-Hulk.
Oh, I never watched. As much as I like
It was
Tatiana.
good.
No, but I just remembered that we see him, isn't it post No Way Home?
I don't know where
This
it
feels very
occurs.
mathematical.
Wasn't She-Hulk
Get out a
post
flow
No
chart.
Way Home? So like he was still Smart Hulk
Yeah.
in She-Hulk.
Okay.
He didn't have any of, there was none of this inhibitor. There was nothing talked
Maybe
about
we
Yeah.
missed a throwaway line. I don't know.
because
I think Mandy's maybe giving them a little too much credit, but
I
We're
just
trying.
don't. I
that's
think
admirable. I appreciate that. Yeah,
I really think they just kind of fucked it up because I
Yeah.
maybe
can't-
so.
it doesn't make sense. There's nothing that makes sense unless there's something to be explained later, which again, I don't know because I don't think they care about the Hulk that much, which
I think
hurts
they
my
literally
soul because I love Mark Ruffalo.
either they said, "Hey, wouldn't it be great to bring him back?" Period, or they
Mhm.
said, "We need somebody to talk to Peter about." Maybe another way to do it would have find another science-oriented character in the MCU
hmm
to do it and
Or
talk
had
about
his
the inhibitors.
what's her name? Is it Emily? What's his
Eve?
no,
Oh,
is it Eve? The headset.
Evie is Evie. Yeah.
Evie. Have her be able to unlock some old Iron Man knowledge
Right.
Oh,
or
like
protocol.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
an inhibitor. I'm
Yeah.
seeing blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I liked it as a plot device. I liked.
I think that's all it
that
was,
they talked to
though.
the Hawk about it. Like I liked their conversation about it.
Yeah.
But
I
it-
think-
what it did to the
yeah.
Hulk wasn't ideal. You're right.
I think it was problematic in the fact that it destroyed an entire storyline that was already
Yeah.
Yeah.
worked out.
Yeah.
Set up.
It stepped it back.
And they definitely did it specifically so that he could have that conversation because like it was like, oh well, who else is he gonna have that conversation with? He
Right.
doesn't, know anybody else. Essentially,
Man's
he's
gone.
all alone.
Yeah.
Iron
Yeah.
Man's gone. He's
But he
alone.
could have,
Nobody remembers
um,
him either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the old movies, they had, Doc Ock, they had Dr. Connor. Like there are in Peter Parker's life along the way, there are professors. He could have just like gone
Yeah,
to
we
the
haven't
university,
seen-
right? He
We
could have
haven't
just
seen
met
this
somebody.
world's
Yeah.
like Connors
Yeah.
and them. So that would have
Yeah.
been
There could just be a guy, as long as
Yeah.
they're introducing people. I mean, they went in.
right.
I wasn't mad about Jean Grey, but as soon as they revealed Jean Grey, I was like, okay, great. So now this is going to be a whole setup thing. Like we,
Yeah. I was
I
gonna
think they
say,
used
I
her
was-
okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to that when we
Yeah.
before we started talking about Hulk. It is so unsettling how long it took my theater to realize who she was. Because as soon as
Really?
I avoided anything to do,
Oh,
like,
as
so I didn't
soon
even
as-
realize
yeah.
Sadie Sink was there. My husband and I saw the red hair, and we're like elbowing each other. We're like, "Oh my god, it's Jean! It's Jean!"
Yeah.
When they show her name in the file folder, she's
yeah.
been here for like 30 minutes. The whole theater, what? And I'm like, I guess it's like a millennial thing, like with all
Well,
X-Men.
I don't mean to disappoint you, but I didn't catch it until they gave
Are
me.
you serious?
I wasn't thinking that. Maybe I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be like a backdoor into,
Well, and I felt, and the way that, and I'm not saying I loved this movie. I thought it was excellent. And the whole plot of it was, I loved the way that they did it, but I will say it was kind of giving, what's her name? America. In
Ms.
Multiverse.
Marvel.
Oh,
No.
wait, no, the one that can make like star-shaped
Yeah,
portals?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It, you know how Multiverse of Madness wasn't a Doctor Strange movie? It was origin story for
Yeah.
what is her name?
I
I was
I
thinking
think
you
you're
were thinking
right.
of the
America being
show.
her first name.
America Chavez. America
There you go.
Chavez.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
god, it was gonna drive me crazy.
Yeah,
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 so
yeah, yeah.
you know how like Multiverse of Madness didn't feel like a Doctor Strange movie. It felt like an America Chavez origin story. That was kind of like to a lesser extent how this movie felt. It felt like a Jean Grey origin story, not necessarily a Spider-Man movie. Even though
The
Spider-Man
vent
also
thing pissed
had
me off.
The what?
Oh my
Vent?
god.
Yeah, that was a
That
bit
pissed
of a
me off
bummer.
so
Now,
bad.
canonically, does she have a sister? I don't know. In
I
the comics?
can't
I
remember.
don't think so.
I don't
Okay.
recall.
Well, I'm gonna Google it. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Also,
Because-
as far as the red hair is concerned, Femke Janssen might have had red hair in the 2001s. I don't remember, but she's
She
who I
does.
associate with Jean Grey, and not that that gives me much of an excuse, but she's a brunette. So
She in the comics,
okay.
she first appeared in 1980. She's an older sister.
Oh, nice.
Unlike Jean, Sarah was originally depicted as a human with no mutant powers, representing a grounded connection to Jean's like early life and family. She was married and had children and became an advocate for mutant rights and ended
so
up
they
being murdered by anti-mutant extremists.
Okay.
And her
Changed a
body was
lot of
later
her
absorbed by
story.
the phalanx.
Wow.
So they changed a lot of that story
Yeah,
to fit
Yeah.
this story.
I feel like they
Which-
got away with it only because I feel like her arc worked within this movie. Like
Mhm.
It
I
did.
understand what she was
Yeah.
doing. I understood the story. I liked that Spider-Man sort of saved her as he's continued to do. I mean, they
Mhm.
did this in No Way Home. They did not really with Mysterio, but like most of the villains that he's come up against are not purely evil people.
Right.
And so I
No,
liked what they
wouldn't call
did.
her a villain. Yeah, she's
No,
Mm-mm.
no, not at all.
anti-hero. Yeah.
No, it was
Yeah.
it was a kind of a red herring.
Ve-
You guys
like
watch
vengeance.
Severance at all? Have you guys ever seen Severance?
Mm-mm. I need to.
So
Same.
I only bring it up because the guy that runs damage control is a bad dude in Severance, and you're just like, oh no, that's the villain. Sure, like that's
Yeah.
because
No, he
you
gave
know,
me bad vibes from the beginning, man. I
he's
was
good
like,
at being creepy.
I don't trust that guy. I
He's
don't
good at
trust
being
him.
creepy. But
I
No, I
need-
didn't- I
wonder
didn't
if we
mind
need
her
to check
using
on
him, but-
Silvera. If they're rewriting the X-Men.
Oh, I know,
so
right?
much.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
I have no idea what they're gonna do, and that was kind of the thing is like, it was if you're into X-Men, you're kind of excited to see her, but
Mhm.
as soon as you figure out, if you're Mandy, you figure out real quick. If you're me, you see her name and you're like, well, obviously,
I had a whole box set. Like
Oh,
I
nice.
watched the what is it? Like that's the early 2000s X-Men
Yeah,
all
yeah. Oh,
the time.
yeah,
I was like,
97.
I saw him in
My-
the cartoon. You mean? Yeah.
No, I mean like
The
the Hugh
movies?
Jackman,
Oh, yeah.
Halle Berry, all
Oh
of
no,
that.
I saw those in
Yes.
theaters. I remember
I
vividly.
loved those.
Famke
My
was
niece-
a villain in my favorite James Bond movies, so I already
Really?
knew who she was. Yeah. Whole tangent, but the very first James Bond movie I saw was Goldeneye in 1995, and she plays a she plays a Russian named Xenia Onatop who kills people by strangling them with her thighs. No
Oh.
joke. But she plays a great villain. I mean, it's a
Hey.
Bond villain, but yeah, I
Alright.
knew she was. Anyway, by the time 2000 moved rolled around, I was like, oh yeah, okay.
One of my nieces texted me a day or two ago and she was like, I'm prepping for Doomsday and I want to watch everything. Like, do I watch them release order, chronological order? And we had I was like, I'm not gonna ask Miss Karen for her spreadsheets. She's got one. And like just gave her feedback on
that's
both.
so cool, Karen.
And she was like,
I'm currently utilizing it. I'm it's been a while since I've watched everything
straight
like
through.
all together, and so we're doing that right now, but I'm including like Agents of Shield and
sure.
Agent Card and all of the stuff.
That's a big task.
That's what
it's
she's doing
huge.
too. And
It's
she was
big,
like,
but
"Do
it's
I-"
really fun because my daughter has never seen Agents of Shield, so she's
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she's
good call.
like,
I love a good spreadsheet. So
do I do like the 2000s X-Men? And I'm like, you don't know who you're talking to, I fear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, yeah. I asked my husband just to not be biased, and he was like, yeah, she should if she wants to know
I think
general
I
information about the X-Men, even though
right.
it's not going to be canon necessarily. But
I think
it
now.
could be if they bring back Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine.
No,
I
but
don't
that's
know.
what I mean.
mean,
I feel like now the Fox Marvel movies are part of the like they're part of canon, but in a like
yeah,
oh
but they're
what's the
getting too
word?
clever with it. They like, for instance, I know you haven't seen the trailer. Gambit, Channing Tatum's Gambit is fighting Shang-Chi in the trailer. And I'm like,
I
okay, that
see
was like
the
a
funny
one-off
thing is
joke in Deadpool. Like what I don't know that we
the
need that.
funniest thing is that like I feel like I've heard so much about this trailer and I've somehow not seen it, which makes
I don't know
no
who
sense.
you are.
I don't know who
Yeah.
I am.
It seems okay.
This makes no sense.
You've just established that you're going through the entire MCU with a spreadsheet, and you haven't managed to see the trailer. Like,
It makes
that's
no
a weird.
sense.
That's a weird. Yeah, no,
I'm
you need to get
very
on that
I'm
after
shocked. I'm
Confused.
shocked by this.
This
this. I'm
is
glad we can help you with this.
it makes
Yeah.
no sense. I'm very confused. I don't like it.
I mean,
So.
like I said, to make you feel a little bit better, there wasn't anything that made me like fall out of my chair, but
There's
Right.
no
it
big
is helpful.
potatoes. Yeah, no.
No, very,
It's all
very
little
little
potatoes.
small
The way
potatoes.
that
potatoes.
I'm going to be asking, is this a big potato or a little potato for the
Yeah.
rest of my life?
I know.
But you gotta do it in
I-
the accent though. Just the way she says it is so funny.
Small
so good.
potatoes.
These look pretty small potatoes. I'm
God,
just
I
so
love
glad the
her
sad man
so
has
much.
friends. Yeah, no, that's the perfect. I'm pretty sure she cameoed. I read somewhere she like cameoed for free or something. I was like, that's the way to do it. If you want to, if you're thinking like, who'd be really funny to bring in for a day, and Spider-Man talks to her and gets some information. Nobody is better than at that than Florence.
Her.
Like
Oh God.
the really the sort of the humor, and do it for like bring a little spice to the movie,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
she's out. And it's like, great, that was great. We don't need to have a
I-
whole Black Widow subplot about what she's doing over here. We just know
No,
she's
just have
in
her
her
show up.
bathhouse, which was amazing that that's her office.
My favorite thing is when is she the chief of police, the police chief,
Oh,
whoever
DeRosa
goes
or whatever, yeah.
goes to the bathhouse, goes to her
My
My
office.
skin feels
And she-
amazing.
Yeah.
I can't remember if she was in another Spider-Man
She's
movie or
not.
not. Like
No.
She's not.
the way, okay, good, because the way I fell out of my chair, because we love her in The Bear.
Oh, okay. I'd never seen her before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've only
So-
ever
you
I've
gotta
only
watch
ever
The Bear.
I've only ever
No.
seen her winning awards for the Bear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So-
Okay.
Josh and I are like Bear fangirlies because like we've watched every season, and so when she showed up, I was like, oh my god, she's
Yeah.
gonna cook.
I liked her.
Let
I
her
liked
cook.
that Spider-Man had that relationship with
Yes.
somebody, and then that
Yeah.
kind of conversation. Have you guys watched the Punisher show? Were you guys familiar with Bernthal's Punisher before?
She
I'm mad at
couldn't.
I
She-
watched it.
It's
Yo,
it's
so wasn't-
violent.
Some of it. It's
I had
Yeah.
to turn away a lot,
had to- yeah.
especially when they hurt Ben Barnes.
Oh yeah. Oh no, he's a bad dude, and I
No, he's
completely forgot
not.
about
He's
that.
just
Oh,
misunderstood.
oh no, he's a
I
flat
didn't
out
fix
psycho,
him.
Mandy. Very good looking psycho, but I forgot about that entirely.
My brother
Oh, my.
is like, I can't do Shadow and Bone, the show, because
Oh, man.
I cannot look at his face. And he's like, I
Oh,
loved it when they
man.
drug his face across the glass. And I'm like, not that
Oh.
perfect face.
I had completely forgotten what that would do to you. I forgot that he was in that. It's been forever since I've seen the show, but I only
I can
bring it
fix
up
them.
because one of the I'm sure you could. Yes, I can't believe I forgot your feelings for Ben, but after seeing so many, you even referenced it on the podcast when I was looking at Instagram, like, what's she? Oh no, this is going to be a Ben Barnes clip, isn't it? And it was, and I was very proud of myself. But no, the show, one of the things when I saw the trailer for Spider-Man, I was like, how are they gonna take Punisher from a world that is so R-rated into this, and how's that gonna work? And I was
So
really
good.
amazed. Like, they did a really good job.
it was so good.
I saw a TikTok I think it was last night, where it's the Hamilton, like, we fought with him.
Mm.
And it gets down to the end and it's the Punisher. I'm the damn fool that
Who
shot him.
shot him?
I thought I would die.
I was emotional there at the end when he was apologizing
And
and I'm so
wearing the
sorry for what
suit.
I did. And yeah, it was good. Oh yeah. Yeah. That was the thing that really made me cry was the after he gets shot when the entire city has rallied around him. And you've got like the Empire State changed its colors. Like I don't
Yeah.
think there's another superhero that I can think of, maybe Superman, but
beloved
like
by
that's that beloved by the community that he's helping,
Well, it's
which doesn't
because
always happen.
he's such a street level. Like he is in fact your friendly neighborhood
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he just
Neighborhood.
endears himself to the neighborhood. And so they, he is very much for the people and he always has been. And
Yeah.
that's
Do
what
we
makes him so
think-
beloved.
I love it.
Do we think the little kid that like at him was Miles
Yeah.
Morales? Because I've seen that theory.
It could be. I mean, it doesn't
I would
have
love
to
it.
be.
I would love it.
It would
I would
be
love
very
to see
cute.
Miles Morales come to life, not in a cartoon.
I just
You
need
know
an-
what's-
I just need that
I've-
third Spider-Verse. I've been waiting for how many years now?
Dude,
They,
I
they,
love-
they ended it in the middle of the movie, Mandy. Like he's stuck.
I love
Come
that
back.
Tom specifically said that he wants to keep doing being Spider-Man until there's a live action Miles Morales.
Oh, nice.
And then
Yeah.
he's like, then I would feel okay
bow out.
walking away.
Another
let
thing
him
I
be
love.
Spider-Man.
And I have had to eat my words because I would have thought that this person was great as far as their talent goes. But I love the fact that Timothy Chalamet was turned down for Spider-Man.
Okay.
Maybe you should have learned some ballet because he couldn't move.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Tom Holland can.
yeah. After what he's saying about
Yeah.
I didn't know that
Maybe you
about
should
Tom
have learned
Holland. I didn't
performance
know
art.
until he was on Good Hang with Amy Poehler. I didn't realize that he started in the West End and Billy Elliot, and that makes a lot of sense.
He's about to play Fred Astaire.
Fred Astaire,
Like,
which
Dude,
is
I have seen
crazy.
people have been like Tom Holland as Fred Astaire. I don't like it. And we're like, oh no, a trained
for real, though.
dancer
Yeah.
playing a trained
I don't see a better
dancer?
option. Yeah.
He's gonna
God
kill it.
forbid somebody who is qualified for this role plays the
Yeah.
role.
That'll be fun. I mean, I've given my love of dance already. I'd love to see him do that. And if they have a Gene Kelly, if the Gene Kelly shows up in some form in that movie, I'm going to be very happy too. But no, that's people have talked about that. I think Chris Evans has a little bit of like with the fight choreography just works better if you have a dance background already. And with the physicality of Spider-Man, I think I saw a clip on Instagram, the slow-mo stuff where they're recreating the scenes from the comics where they in the movie where they go through that 5-year cycle and he's defeating all the villains and it's in slow-mo and he's doing these poses. Apparently those are comic book covers, but also when they were shooting these, he's actually got to hit that pose in real time. Like he's, obviously he's not moving in slow motion and Tom's command of his body is such that he was able to emulate whatever that is. And so he is Spider. He's probably my favorite. I say with reluctance because I grew up on Toby, but
Toby
is,
is
like
my
the
Spider-Man,
best.
but
yeah.
but
Toby's mine,
Tom
but
is the
Tom
best.
is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. All right. Well, we grew up with Toby, Toby
Yes.
will always have that special place, which is, it's so funny because like, even in No Way Home, Andrew Garfield was like the one that was like on the outside
He's
kind of.
popping.
He
Oh,
was,
sure.
He was
Yeah.
like the Spider-Man that was
Peter 3. He was
Peter 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Tom Holland is the current Spider-Man. Toby's the one we all grew up with, and Andrew's the middle child.
It's kind of overlooked.
Andrew was
Yeah.
a great actor that was put in some not so great Spider-Man movies. I feel like
Yeah.
they could have
Yeah.
been better, which is
Like if I
unfortunate.
never watch
Yeah.
his movies again, I won't be upset.
I don't think
But if
I've
you tell
seen
me,
them
I'll-
since I own them. I don't think I've seen them since
Yeah.
I did like a
I-
rewatch a long time ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we lived in my townhouse, which was 2012.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate because he is in fact the
Sweet
middle
baby
child.
Angel. Yeah.
He
Oh,
is
yeah.
he's wonderful, but like I think a lot of us grew up like Toby is our Spider-Man and Tom is the best. And
Yeah.
Like I
and
was
Andrew
born.
he was.
to
Well, the
be
whole
Spider-Man.
reason I ever got into I wasn't really into superheroes. I certainly wasn't into comic book. That Spider-Man 2002 movie was my thing. I vividly remember I was like a freshman in college and just all of the memories associated with that movie and the poster and the vivid colors and the it spoke to so much about my personality that I didn't realize. Where even in that movie, I think one of the first lines is like, "This story, like any story worth telling, is a story about a girl." Like it's a romance. The whole
Yeah.
reason he's and so that movie was the only reason I think I probably would have found my way into the MCU anyway because I love Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
But like that got me into Spider-Man in particular, and so Toby will always be, and that first movie and Green Goblin and all, and second one, but so I've always been a little conflicted. People are like, "Who's your favorite Spider-Man?" It's like, look, objectively,
There's
I'm
a lot
giving
of
it to Tom.
nuance to
Like,
that
I'm
Yeah.
giving it to Tom, but
There is a lot of
you know,
nuance to answering
Yeah.
that question.
yeah,
My
Exactly.
favorite uncle is like 10 years and a week older than me. So like he
Okay.
was the coolest person I knew as a kid.
Hmm.
Like he had a garage band in my grandparents' basement, like
nice.
purple hair sometimes. I thought he was so cool. And he was a Spider-Man kid. So I was natural, like I had no
Good.
choice. My 13th birthday party was Spider-Man. To this movie, I wore my Converse Chuck Taylors from middle school that still have the Spider-Man laces from middle
Okay.
school.
Yes, yes.
I'm like, I wear
didn't-
them to every Spider-Man movie that comes out because it's like, this is tradition. This is
Yeah.
like even more than Loki.
Yeah,
Even like, I'm a Spider-Man girl more than
I
anybody
didn't-
else in the MCU. I'm a
I
Spider-Man
didn't wear
girl.
my Spider-Man shirt, but I wore the very first thing I bought with How to Dance money is my Spider-Man watch. I have a Spider-Man,
love
like a
it.
nice Spider-Man watch, and so I
Yeah.
wear it to like all my author events, and this is my like reminder that I made money on a book, and so I wore it to the movie and wearing it on the podcast. But yeah, no, I'm a huge Spider, and with every year that goes by, I realize all that I relate to in the character, the idea of having gifts. But it actually, second time I watched the movie, Marissa Tomei, who for some reason still looks unbelievable.
Okay,
I don't
the way I
understand.
was sitting there trying to do the math, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what do you mean she was 60?
Yeah.
There's no
Oh, yeah.
way. There's
That
no
Yeah.
woman is 61 years old.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
She's
what?
It's some death becomes her stuff
No.
she's doing.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
yeah, she's amazing. She I've loved her for years, and I think it's called Only You, but her and Robert Downey Jr. were actually in a romance movie together. So I have to go rewatch that just
I
for
remember
kicks.
hearing about that.
I don't know if it's any good, but I might just for kicks. What was I? Oh, she gives a beautiful speech where the memory thing, where it's like,
I wept.
you're an extraordinary person, and I would think that would make you happy all the time, but I know it won't, and I know that you'll be lonely. And I'm like, yeah, no, I get that. I like that, and that part of Spider-Man always spoke to me of like, I've got these gifts, and so I have to use them, but it's gonna be a pain in the butt sometimes. And so yeah, no, I just love everything about that. And one of the reasons I love this movie was its emphasis on who am I going to be and what is that going to look like? And okay, now if I try to be Spider-Man too much, I'm going to try to get these people out of my life because that's too painful, but it turns out I can't go too far in that direction because now I'm all screwed up. So I've got to
Well,
find a
and-
way
yeah.
to get,
And also,
balance.
like, the importance of community.
yes,
Like,
yes, 100%.
oh.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so easy, especially nowadays, to like kind of be in your little solitary bubble. And it's a nice, like, slap in the face to be like, your community really, really matters. Like,
Yeah.
look, Spider-Man's
Yeah.
struggling because he doesn't have community. What
Yeah.
about you, regular person? Where's your
Right.
community? Like, make
They
sure
should have had you
you're
do the
checking in.
PSA at the end of the movie. The end credits scene should have just been Karen going, "How about you, regular person?"
How's your community life? Look,
Hello,
an
I'm
aunt
Karen from the
raising-
Incoherent Fangirl.
I'm an aunt with teenagers. Aunt May gets me, especially this Aunt May because she's like young and fun. We're like,
Yeah.
our Aunt May was a little old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the joke
Whatever.
too, is they've gotten progressively younger. It was
Yeah.
it was Rosemary Harris who looked like she was about 85, and then it was Sally Field who, okay,
Yeah,
60s,
she's
and then
Sally
Marissa
Field.
Tomei just looks young. So
But like every time she talks now, I'm like,
yeah,
the waterworks just come on. I'm
Yeah.
just sitting there
It's
with
like
my baby.
Pavlov's bell.
My little nieces are here, and I'm like, oh my god.
yeah. Well, that's the other thing is like what you relate to as you get older, like your relationship to the movies, and like, okay, am I empathizing with Aunt May or with Spider-Man or what's my relationship to all of this?
Yeah.
So that's interesting too, I think. But I was really happy with it.
Yeah. That was such a good movie.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah. I was a little nervous. I have this weird thing where I'm nervous every time somebody I love does something else. Where I'm like, well, that's going pretty well. I hope like you go to see Billy Joel in concert again. It's like, well, it was great the last time, but he's older now, so maybe. But
Yes,
and
this will be the
same thing
time.
with Spider-Man. It's like I loved No Way Home. I really hope now that they're rolling the dice, they're gonna bring it home, and they did. My first initial, because I want everything tied up and I want, well, there's a weird thing where I want lack of conflict, but then I realize it doesn't make for a good story. So
Mhm.
I did want MJ on some level to remember him, but you guys have made a great case for why. And the second time I saw the movie, I was like, this is actually better because now they've got a new dynamic that you can play with. And I thought it was very
Yeah.
sweet when they had that whole speech, I don't love you, but then he takes her home and she says, hey, do you want to come
What
up
a
and say hi to Ned? Like, do you,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe you.
building
I
of
believe that this has
Legos.
actually happened and we're gonna like let me try to see what I can do for you was really sweet.
And her
Yeah.
drawing of them,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you guys look like best friends
yeah.
because they are.
It's because they, oh yeah, exactly. Exactly
Like
right.
to
Yeah.
see the three of them just hanging out together, even though like they don't know him, it's just
It makes
like
Yeah.
me
they
throw
were meant
up
to
of
be a
joy.
trio. They were meant to
Yeah.
be together,
And they
it's
did a really good, probably wasn't intentional, but from what I've seen in interviews, those guys grew up together,
they
like they
did.
are good friends. And I think Tom was at Jacob's like bachelor party or some such thing. I'm sure they were the Tom and Zendaya wedding. Like
Mhm.
Yeah,
they've grown up over the last 10 years and they seem to get
yeah,
along well. And lucky
and
for
I
us, that
just
works on screen.
I'm
the
so
way,
glad that they
yeah,
didn't make her and Ned get together though. Like
Oh,
this is
yeah,
geez.
always a platonic friendship.
yeah,
Well, I
It's
wouldn't have
never
bought it.
gonna
I
be
just would
more.
not have.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Maybe
Would
that's
have
a
would
little
have
felt
been
too.
a
unfair.
It
way
would
to
have felt too
torture.
forced. Yeah,
It would
Yeah.
have been a way to torture Peter more though. Like,
right.
oh, my best friends are really moving on without me, but I'm glad they
Yeah.
didn't do something so
Yeah,
like easy and
I
yeah.
mean,
I
maybe
think
maybe it's
lazy.
just the
Lazy.
energy. Maybe it's just the energy. Maybe it's a little unfair to Jacob Batalon, but I'm like, if I would not have believed a love scene between him and Zendaya, I just would
No.
no.
not. I wouldn't have bought it. I could buy him
Yeah.
with somebody else. I bought him with when they do that running gag with him and Betty when they go to Europe and they're together for a minute. Like I bought that.
Yeah.
I don't think Zendaya. I don't think I would have gotten on board.
No.
I think there's a limit to opposites attract,
Yeah,
and I think we found the limit with Jacob Batalon and Zendaya.
there you
Yeah.
go.
or
Yeah,
specifically
right there on
not
that line.
not with the actors, but specifically with those characters with Ned and
Characters, yeah.
MJ. I think they are far better as friends because of the way their personalities are. And I
Yes.
think that's why she works so well with Peter because
Yes.
he kind of straddles the line between the two of them and he just plays off of her. I mean, obviously their real life chemistry plays
Sure.
into it, of course,
Mhm.
but like I think just the way that the characters are, like the putting MJ and Ned together would have been the creatives behind the scene trying to force something like you said to torture Peter more rather than
Yeah.
to aid the
Mhm.
story.
Right.
It
Yeah.
would have just it would have been the easy way out, the easy
Mhm.
way to make him realize like, oh, this is my life sucks.
Yeah.
But
So
And
they
they had
didn't
some.
take the easy way out there, but they did for the Hulk.
No, they did, and they had some good. They had some.
I can't.
I'm thinking of the one scene in particular when Ned and MJ are talking about. She interviewed for a job, she got it, and she turned it down. And there's a really good exchange in the kitchen where I believed these guys had been friends for like, throughout college and stuff. And he was advising, he's like, look, don't you want the job? And she's like, here's why I don't. And that dynamic really worked. Like
Yeah.
I thought them as friends was really neat. But I also agree that the Hulk, I love Mark
Probably knows
Ruffalo. I
her
was
better
happy to
than
see him, but
anyone.
he
I
probably
thi-
does. Yeah.
I also I think I could see it where if they tried to force Ned and MJ together, like if the original script, for example, had said something like that I could see the three of them, the actors, push back on it and be
Yeah.
like, I
Absolutely
don't
not,
think that's
yeah.
authentic. I
Right.
don't, I understand what you're trying to do. I don't think that's authentic to the
Right.
story. And
Yeah.
so I could see absolutely them trying to do it and then the
Yeah.
actors being like, actually, that's not going to work.
Yeah, and I
It's
think I
gonna be
read that.
crazy if the jackal theory is right, though.
That's true, and I will credit you for informing me about that because I had no idea. I did. I think I read, or at least a lot of the PR push for this one was that Tom was really in the writers' room on this. They were trying to give the fans really what they wanted. So I agree with you, Karen, that I don't think they would have ever gotten to the point where they would have done that with Ned.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I it's funny because I think just days before I went to see Spider-Man,
Mhm.
a thing popped up in my Facebook memories, and it was me reposting an announcement where Destin Daniel Cretton was going to direct the Kang Dynasty.
Oh,
And I
cool.
was
Yeah,
so excited because I love him as a director. And for him to have his hands in this project and to direct this one and for it to be so good, I'm just like, please give him everything. He
Yeah,
did
I wish
Shang-Chi.
they would
He did this.
recast instead of just scrapping the king.
I mean, they
Oh,
recast
right.
so
Like,
many
let
people
everybody
already.
else who was excited
Right.
to make that project
Yeah.
make
Right.
it. Just because one shitty person
Like,
That's true.
okay,
shows
listen,
up.
you recast Terrence Howard, you recast Edward
True.
Norton, you like
And
you
especially
can
for a
recast.
character that's like in a multiverse and got so many versions of it, it would be easy. You just like
It
I
would be
look
so
like this
easy.
now, right?
Make
Yeah,
you got a new face. Like,
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
you
It's a
think having
comic
a
book
new
movie.
face
We're
can
we're
fool
not
us?
gonna
Like,
need much. Like there's
right.
Right.
Kills me. Which
It
yeah.
I'm hoping D23 they're going to announce something.
God.
It'll make us
I'm on
happy.
board. I'm conditionally on board for whatever they want to do. I will be forever on board with Spider-Man. I'm glad that he directed this one because it seemed, I don't have the technical language for it, but just the way they shot it, the acrobatics, it seemed more grounded. It seemed
Fun.
like they were doing a lot
Fun.
more
Well,
actual stunt work with it, and
Yeah.
and
I loved the visuals.
I kind of
Less
I could
CGI,
see
more
Mhm.
real.
I could see the like the similarities in the direction of the film compared to Shang-Chi. You know,
Okay.
because it's
When
very
he
like
freezes and he's like, "This
the way
is so cool." Like when
the
they're
just
Oh, with the
yeah.
hand,
all
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
in a pose.
God,
and
that's
he's
cool.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And just the movement
as we
of,
all
like,
thought.
yes.
yeah.
Just the movement of everything, the way
Yeah.
I think you can definitely see his hand in this
Mm-hmm.
film, and I think that also helped with like kind of the levity of it, even though it's a very
Yes.
like there's a lot of heavy stuff in there, right? We're talking about depression, we're talking about like this lack of community, losing yourself, all of this
Mhm.
stuff, but there's a lot of levity in that too. And I think having, especially knowing him to have done Shang-Chi and how
Yeah.
funny that movie was,
Yeah.
I think a lot of that got brought into Spider-Man, and I want him to do so much more in
Yeah.
this wider MCU universe.
He was so good. It actually, Shang-Chi was frustrating to me because it started with such a grounded fight on the bus, which I love, goes on to like something on the scaffolding, which I also love. And then by the end of the movie, they're doing the like monsters in the sky thing again. I was like, I just want him doing kung fu, like on the
Yeah.
ground, like, doing all the punching and kicking stuff. Like we don't, I think that might have been another Marvel casualty of like, we need to make the stakes very high. We need to have people coming out of the sky. Like you have to, I don't know.
See,
But
for
I'd be on
me,
board with him directing. Absolutely.
for me, it felt weirdly nostalgic
Okay.
because it was very reminiscent to me of all of like the C dramas that I used to watch as a kid.
Oh,
Like
cool.
what like the big like they're big over the top fight scenes where it's like he's flying in like this and then there's this coming up and they look like but they're just regular people, and it's like
Yeah.
and that's what it felt like. Like I will hear no Shang-Chi slander. Quite frankly,
No,
I love
liked,
that movie.
I liked the movie. I did.
But I think-
that was what frustrated me about it.
I think what it was like it was this kind of not culmination, but this combination of like this. I feel like Shang-Chi is very much an Asian American superhero in that he starts this film, like you said, very grounded, very like street level kung fu fighting, regular people kind of thing, and then it moves into this more fantastical where that's more of like the Asian side of it, if you will, where
Okay.
he's like exploring like his family's history, and there's all of this like mythology behind it where he ends up having to fight a fucking dragon, you know,
Sure.
like, and so for me, it was just this really lovely combining of the two, and like I said, with especially with the way that it felt very C drama to me, like it just
Yeah.
worked so for me personally. You know, I have
Oh
such
no,
a
you don't
connection
need to
to that.
defend it. I completely understand, and I think like we were talking about the connection to the Spider-Man movies. I think what you bring to it, because I had none of that context at all. I didn't know who Shang-Chi was until I saw the
Mhm.
movie. So everybody's looking for something slightly different in any film, really.
Yeah.
And for me, even don't hate me, but I don't read a lot of fantasy because I need it to be even the fantasy I have read. Okay, Mandy's book's a really good example. I liked Mandy's book a lot, but I liked Mandy's book a lot in part because what you were doing with all of the fantasy stuff was very grounded in who the people were and why they were acting that way. So I will be on board for a big like let's fight monsters in the sky as long as I care about the people in the movie, which is why I think
they're doing it,
sometimes
yeah.
sometimes Marvel with its let's shoot for an extravaganza, it's like okay, but do
Right.
I care about anybody? Any like
Right.
can I
Yeah.
follow them on the ground or do we just have a whole thing
Would I
going
follow
on?
them into battle for this? If
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
no,
And if
then
you,
it's
you
not
can give me the
believable.
most
Yeah.
outlandish premise in the world, like really, I'm on board for just about everything as long as I can care about the people involved.
Yeah.
And it's like
So-
Spider-Man. Like I align with all of the women of the MCU when in is it Endgame? It's Endgame where they're
Where they
like,
all kind of
"Hey,
team up
Peter
for a second.
Parker, put him behind us.
Yeah, yeah,
Put that baby
Yeah.
behind us."
She's
Like,
got
I
help.
would lay
Yeah.
my life on the line for Peter Parker.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a fun. I didn't watch. I rewatched his introduction, but I didn't want to rewatch Endgame again for that part. But him just being sort of awestruck and befuddled for that entire scene is really funny. Where
Yes.
he's just kind of getting bunded back, and then the back and forth he had with Tony for a second. It's like, do you remember when we were in space and then everything went dark, and then Doctor Strange was there, and then
Okay, speaking of, what
Yeah.
do we think? Because I only have a few more minutes, then I have to go.
Okay.
What do we think of Spider-Man in space on the Spidey tracker?
I think it has something to do with Doomsday. I don't
Yeah.
know why he would. I thought it was a multi-dimensional type deal. I don't know what
Well-
planet he's going to end up on, but
My
Doesn't
husband
Doomsday
thinks it's Toby.
what's that he's gonna? Okay,
He
Interesting.
thinks,
I mean-
I don't know if it's been confirmed or if he just thinks that Toby's going to be in Doomsday.
I think
I wouldn't mind
Isn't
seeing them again.
Doomsday-
But
All right.
Doomsday. Okay, remind me, but like Doomsday is
I'm gonna Google
on
this.
comic canon, like it's on a Doomsday planet, right? They all get brought to a planet and something happens. Right?
everybody.
Well, like everybody who's
I don't
in
know.
Doomsday, not like the whole world, but like the superheroes end up
Okay.
on a planet, on a separate planet for some reason or another. Like they
I
get
thought it
brought
was
there, and
Doctor
there was
Doom.
Yeah, I don't have
I thought it
any
was just
comic
to do with
experience
him.
for this, but I don't know. I mean,
Let's see.
again, to the grounded point, like they
Okay,
can
three
go anywhere.
distinct
But,
universes.
oh,
Mhm.
all right.
And that's
all right.
why Toby is heavily rumored because it's three
Mm.
MCU
universes.
universes that
Well,
collide.
so
Okay.
we've got
that's
we've
why
got
we're getting
our
the X-Men.
X-Men. We've got our regular MCU, our current MCU, and then Toby.
Is
Okay.
Loki technically still in our MCU? Because Loki fixed all the shit that Captain
Mhm.
America
Loki's in ours still,
broke. And Wanda
right?
didn't Wanda break it too? No, I don't want to say that, but
I think Loki
fix
is
the timelines.
he's
Yeah.
in
Back.
our. I think Loki is our universe.
Is he our universe?
He's our universe, but like outside of time.
Okay.
See, but
Yeah,
are they
he's
going to
not
have
gonna be in
to?
the universe.
Are they going to need to explain all this in Doomsday? Like, how much shoe leather are they? How much time
I
are they
don't.
going to?
I don't think
spend?
that. I think it's just
Okay.
going to be a matter of like. I think it's going to be a matter of like very similar to how No Way Home they just kind of appeared and they figured it out on screen
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, you're from a different universe. Then
Yeah,
it's going to be a very similar thing to where like it could be something even just a quick throwaway like you don't look like the Reed Richards I know.
Sure,
Kind of thing, because
Okay.
again, we also have many Fantastic Four universes out
Yeah.
there too. So
You do a
That
there's
is what I
shorthand.
told my niece. I was like, the most important things you need to
Yeah.
have are the Loki show, WandaVision,
Okay.
Yeah.
and obviously like in game, the end of in game, whenever
Yeah.
Cap decides to go back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I
it's-
mean, they did such a good job with Toby and Andrew before. If they bring them again, they're going to be rolling the dice. Like I almost. It was that thing I just explained earlier, where it's like I was so happy with the way you did it, and if you bring them back again, and it's going to disappoint me.
Ugh.
You know.
I think it could be. I think it could work really well if they don't have any interaction with Tom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like if for some reason, because I feel like the way that
It could get
'cause-
hokey.
Yeah, because I think you said it's the 3 universe. I think it's they pull certain characters from certain universes, so it could be like you could get.
I don't want to
Pedro
tell you
Pascal.
who we've seen in the preview.
Oh,
It's fine, but no, but it could be like, well, I'm gonna pull it up after this anyways.
Yeah.
But like
Well,
it could
we've
be
got
like you
Patrick
could pull.
Stewart.
Right, you
Ian
can pull Patrick
McKellen.
Stewart, Ewan McKellen, and then you can pull Toby, and then you pull somebody from our current MCU, and then they are like the team or whatever. And so,
So,
like,
can I tell
So
you?
then Tom won't be there at all, essentially. You
Can I
know,
tell
that
you?
kind of thing.
Tell
I'm
her.
about to watch it right after this.
So is that a no?
It doesn't matter. I'm
Just
literally.
say
I
it.
didn't
Just
want you
say
to be.
it.
I didn't want you to be like, I'm going to watch it later. Don't tell me you went. No, it's Steve Rogers
You-
shows up.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
really?
Cap shows. Yeah,
No, it's Steve Rogers. It's not Captain America.
a version of him.
It's
I mean,
no.
Chris
I've seen an
Evans shows up.
interview where he specifically says Nomad. He's not.
But
it's
what
not-
universe is he from? Is he
He's from
ours?
something else.
has he
No.
left Homegirl in the past and come back? Like,
See,
Well,
but
there's in the comics. There's a whole separate like storyline where Steve Rogers is not
He goes
Captain
as
America.
Nomad.
He's Nomad.
Yeah.
And so from the interview that I had seen, and I think we had seen what's his face, Chris Evans, months ago
What's
as
his
being
face?
in this
Okay.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
being a part of this movie.
Because he was part of
Um,
a teaser. He was in a
Yeah,
teaser.
yeah,
Was he?
So like,
Okay.
yeah, like Chris Evans has already been announced as part of
Okay.
this
Him
movie.
and Thor and the X-Men and Black Panther all
Right.
had separate teasers.
my husband was
Right.
hoping the arm when I think it's like a handshake or something. He was like, God, I was hoping it was Matt Murdock again.
He did they did the Thor's hammer thing. Thor gives him the
Yeah. You're right.
And I
But
would-
yes, so I think I remember seeing like an interview. I think it was like right after or during even right after the panel at Comic-Con, I think, where a bunch of them were talking to somebody and somebody had asked Chris Evans like about Steve coming back, and he had said something like, I had always, I was always open to the idea of Steve Rogers coming back. I was always open to the idea of a Nomad storyline, but
Never
it
Captain America.
never
not me
we
anymore.
never got the right script, and I think now is when, and so like that
I'd
was
like-
something.
I'd like to hope so. That's kind of my whole
We'll see.
That's my whole fear with this movie is I'd love to think that somebody got Chris Evans and he goes, at last, a good script. What I thought when I wrote that trailer was like, oh, they need some oomph for this movie. And so they got him, they
Yeah.
backed up a Brinks truck or whatever. I hope that somebody has like in the writer's room is like, what would be awesome? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
I
I'm
think,
a little cynical by this point, but
I think like going back to this whole like they're pulling people from different universes thing where they're kind of and it's not necessary and they all end up on like a doomsday planet kind of thing. I think if they pull Steve Rogers from when he's Nomad and then they pair him up with like Captain America, Sam Wilson, and he's like, oh, it's the Steve I know. And then you bring in Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, and they're
right.
like, oh, it's
Universes.
Spider-Man, but they wouldn't know that it's not their Spider-Man.
that's
They
True.
They
and
would.
oh, because the mask. They
because of the
wouldn't.
mask,
Yeah.
but also they don't know Peter Parker is Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
True.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they see Downey as Doom, and they're like,
Yeah.
So I think there's a
Yeah.
way for them
That's
to do
the
it.
thing. Downey can have the same face with two different things, but we can't recast Kang.
Yeah, well, I think Karen should be writing these movies. I don't really
Yeah,
know
come on.
where the
Get on
where
it,
the
ma'am.
disconnect is going to.
Listen, if I were to write any Marvel movie, we would already have Cindy Moon in the MCU. I'm so sorry. Why is she not here? I'm waiting.
See, so many things you could fix. So
I'm
so
waiting.
much good you could do, Karen.
I'm very,
With great
very
power comes great
upset.
responsibility.
Yes. See.
I can't be responsible, guys. This is not a good plan.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm not good
I
at
really thought it
responsibility.
through.
No, I understand. With great power does come great responsibility, which is
Yes,
why
it does.
I
Yeah.
am not in
Yeah.
charge of anything. I cannot be responsible.
It's very self-aware.
Okay, let's do final thoughts. Final
Okay.
thoughts. Last little comments about the film,
Yeah.
the future of the MCU, Doomsday
Tom Holland
predictions.
is a perfect Spider-Man, and if Loki dies again, I might go with him.
I should hope not. Tom Holland is a perfect Spider-Man. I would like at least one Spider-Man movie, one more Spider-Man movie. I am on board for Doom. Actually, I'm acting like I'm not going to see these movies. I will probably see these movies for as long as they keep putting them
Yeah.
out. I want to be more excited about Doomsday than I am. I would like to give them every opportunity to hit it out of the park. And this particular movie, I loved everybody in it. So more Florence, more Punisher, more Spider-Man. I liked it all.
I need to rephrase. Not only if Loki dies, I'll die with him, but if the sun doesn't rise on us again, brother, I'm not going to be okay.
So many emotional pitfalls. I fear for you, but well, I'll help you through it after Doomsday.
We'll have to do
talk
another
and
one of these
yeah,
after
well, yes.
Doomsday because
Just make
there's
sure
going to be a
y'all
lot
are
of
okay.
there's going to be a
Yes.
lot of thoughts, a lot of
And then
emotions.
Secret Wars is like a year later, right? We've
Yeah.
got two of them. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we were. I think hadn't they planned for like
A lot.
a lot, and it was way out. So we'll see how it goes.
We got Ghost Rider. We got Ghost Rider coming. Gosling's in the MCU.
See, we keep getting all the greats. Give us.
I mean, I'm excited about him. If anybody could make me excited about anything again, it would be him.
I know. He
He
doesn't miss.
No, he doesn't. And I really love, like, I don't know if you guys saw where he was like saying, like, I've been trying to get Ghost Rider into the
I did,
MCU.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's like, we got
It's
this
like,
script. It's
Channing
not gonna.
Tatum
Yeah.
with,
But like Gosling
what's
has
his
been
name?
trying to get like the right script in front of the right people at the right
my
time.
favorite is when my nieces talk about him to me, and I'm like,
Yeah, we know him.
I was here before you were born.
It's like
Okay.
a little movie called The Notebook. People, we
Yeah.
know who he is.
Don't
Don't-
talk about the dark magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
That's right. I saw him
do
in
not
Remember the
say that.
Titans. Okay, so everybody.
Yes. In middle school Georgia history or something like that. They
Yeah,
didn't have anything
yeah.
to do, so they're like, we're gonna watch this movie.
Yeah. Fall
right,
Guys,
Karen,
another
your
one I love.
final
But anyway,
thoughts.
go ahead.
My final thoughts. If anything happens to Bucky, you'll never see me again. I already lost Wanda. I already lost
know.
Wanda. If I lose Bucky too, I'm so sorry, guys. You're just never gonna see me again. If anything happens to Florence Pugh, I'm burning the world down.
Yeah.
She'll be
I'll
fine.
do it
She's
with
more
you.
than
It's-
capable.
she's-
She'll be
yeah,
okay.
She
fine.
is. But you know what? That
She'll
those
be the
are-
last one standing. She'll be
She
like,
will
"Oh,
win
you're all
Doomsday."
dead. Big potatoes.
Honestly, I don't think they've done enough groundwork to earn killing people yet. I think if actors
True.
want to leave the MCU, they might, but it might just be, hey, we don't see Bucky around. I don't think they're
Yeah,
going to
he went
shoot
off into the
anybody because they
sunset.
need all their characters right now. They don't have
Dude,
enough of
yeah.
the way what was it the way that what was it that you sent me, Mandy, where somebody was saying like the only way Bucky can go is if he saves Morgan, if he gives his life to save Morgan in kind of a
In
full circle,
circular, like,
because
I
he
took
killed
your
Tony's
dad.
I took your
took
parents,
dad, so I'm gonna save
I'm
your
gonna save your
child.
kid, and I'm like
I mean, that would work.
I
Yeah,
guess
that'd
that
work.
makes
That'd
sense,
be a
but I don't
emotional
want it
gut
to
punch.
happen. Okay.
But again, we haven't laid the groundwork. I would be very
Fair.
surprised if they did that. But
I
just
feel like
trying to comfort you a little bit.
I feel like there's gonna be, if not emotional gut punches like that, they're gonna be in very dire straits at the end
Sure.
of it.
Oh.
Similarly to
Thor's-
like
We're gonna be.
Thor
chewing
is
our
very
arms off.
worried in that trailer you haven't seen. Thor is very concerned.
Yeah.
it's gonna be very, very dire straits. It's gonna be like we walk out of Infinity War and be like, what the fuck was that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could see that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Well, I know you
All
have
right.
to go, Mandy. I won't keep prattling on.
Yeah, I just don't want him to leave
Thank
his car
you,
overnight.
Jason,
Oh,
for
it was
being
more than a
here.
pleasure. Thank you. So
This
great
was
to
so
see you
fun.
guys.
We
We'll
will
Yeah.
for
see you
Doomsday.
again when
Oh boy,
Doomsday,
no,
when it's time for
Doomsday,
Doomsday.
and I'm writing faster than ever just so I can come back. So that's half
Yay.
the motivation for publishing anymore. Is like actually, especially because I was eating dinner and listening to last week's episode, and you've got these two girls who you know, and they've both published like 4 books, and I'm sitting there reading my Wendy's, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, we
You're
need to
working on your own
I am.
timeline.
I am
That's
exactly.
fine.
I am in a
I'm
day
much
job and
less
all that. Yeah.
pressury these days about people's writing timeline.
Gee,
I
I
wonder
wonder
why
why.
Well, Mandy,
I
I
did have a little
eagerly
talk with
await
my editor
yours.
today, so
Yeah.
She's
Oh, great.
she's more forgiving of everybody's timeline except for Tahada Mafi. Okay,
Okay.
God.
Okay.
he needs to write faster for Mandy.
Sure.
Ugh.
Sure. Well, I eagerly await yours, and like I said, that was my one misgiving about not being on social media as much. It's like, well, how am I going to know what's going on with Karen? Obviously the answer is just listen to the podcast every week. But
Yeah.
everybody needs to read Mandy's book, and yeah.
Yes. Thank you. We love having
We'll talk
you.
to you
We'll talk
soon.
soon.
I love both of you too.
Fun.
Bye bye.
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 God, I love him so much. I've been telling Josh all week, like, I'm so excited. We're talking to
I-
Jason this week.
Oh, I love him. I love him. It's been so long.
Oh,
That was so much
I know,
fun.
it's been too long. We just need to find an excuse every year. Like, we can talk about Doomsday, but then, like, what's next? We need to have a plan.
we can do
It's
it.
been
It's
too
fine.
long without Jason time.
I know. Well, we just need to schedule like an annual Zoom or something.
Yeah.
Just for that.
Bonus Patreon content.
Oh,
Ayo.
oh,
Ayo.
hey. Okay, I love it. All right.
Let's make some announcements. I got to go pick up a
Announcements.
car.
I don't got. Oh, I was so
I do.
excited. I was so
I have
excited I didn't have to grab a book today. I was wrong. Okay.
I have it. It's okay.
Anyways, Mandy has the book. So next week we are talking. Oh, and next week is going to be so much fun because not
Yeah.
only are we talking to Sherry B. Pennant about These Kindred Hearts, she's the editor of this anthology. We're also talking to Angela Montoya, Vanessa Montalban, and Maggie Takuda Hall. It is going to be a packed episode. It's
I can't find them
alphabetical.
all this quick. Montalban, Montoya, Maggie.
Yes. I'm like, I did it. So it's going to be so much. I'm so excited. It's going to be such a good time. So stay tuned. That is next week. And bonus, the book is out. The anthology is out now. So you could read it
You could read it and
and then come join the
know what
conversation.
we're talking about. and be
Right.
Excited. Or you could go to our Patreon if you
Go to our
listen this
Patreon.
video
Throw
and give us
some
questions to ask.
throw some questions in there. Yay. I'm so excited. So that is next week. And now, time for a spiel.
Yay!
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, follow, and subscribe wherever you are listening to us. Follow us on social media. We are at The Incoherent Fangirl on all the things. Visit our website, theincoherentfangirl.com, where you can also stream all of our episodes as well as read our blog. Subscribe to our Patreon for early access to podcast episodes, full video episodes, bonus content, and the opportunity to ask questions of our guests. Like we said, it's a good time. If you're interested in some merch, you can shop our merch store at theincoherentfangirl.com/shop. Sometimes Mandy gets bored with an iPad, and we all reap the benefits of that. Go shop. Lots of cute stuff there.
You saw Jason wearing some.
Yes.
Jason and Karen were matching.
And I
I'm
have-
over here trusting my Tangle.
Trust your tingle, dude.
Trust your Peter Tangle, okay?
If you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, design ideas, you want to tell us, we're pretty. You want to add to the Spider-Man conversation, we're happy to have that.
Hey.
Okay. Send us an email, theincoherentfangirl@gmail.com. We love hearing from y'all. And of course, one last way to support the podcast is to rate and review on whatever platform you're listening to us on.
Give us
Give us those words. We love
We love
words.
words.
You know it. She is at Mandy Perv on all the things.
She's at Miss Made in China on all the things.
And once you followed us on social media and you followed the podcast on social media, you can head over and visit our internet besties and do some self-care because we love you and we want you to stick around forever. Okay? Take care of yourself. First stop, you're going to go to herecomesthenerd.com, get you some cute pins and artsy goodies. Use code FANGIRL and you'll get 20% off your first order.
Then you're going to head to onceuponabookclub.com. You can subscribe. You can buy a standalone box or any goodies they have. If they still have it, you can get the Advent book, 12 Days of Bookmas box that yours truly wrote a little story for Fun fact, the characters I had in mind were Tom and Zendaya. The people I had in mind writing. And you're going to go check out and you're going to use code Karen10 to get 10% off. But if you don't spell Karen right, you're going to get no percent off and you're going to have to watch a version of Doomsday where Loki and Bucky die.
Oh,
And
right.
Spider-Man.
Oh no.
The worst timeline for you.
I don't
Spell
like it.
Karen right.
Why would you put that into the universe?
I
I
don't know, I'm
don't
sorry.
like it. That hurts. We're
Quick,
moving on.
quick, leave it.
To more things that hurt us. Our friend Amber D. Lewis. Visit her at amberdlewis.com and you're going to add 10 of everything to your cart. You'll use code fangirl10 and you'll get 10% off the 10 of everything, which means you've gotten one of everything for free. I feel it's very important to mention. I say this every week, but you don't actually have to add 10 in order to
No.
use the coupon.
No.
It's just a fun little math thing we like to do.
Yeah.
It's the only math we like to do is
Yeah.
Amber's math. So just FYI, you could just get one book, but why would you
Yeah.
want to when she's got so many good ones?
Yeah, agree. Last but not least, you can support my family. You can follow the show husband. He's at Borna Josh on all the things. You can follow at Searchers Believe. That's his paranormal investigation group. If you go to searchersbelieve.com/shop, you can get some spooky shirts and stickers made by me and an iPad. You can follow at Searchers Podcast, which maybe will come back, but there's episodes there to listen to. We're getting close to spooky season. I'm about to decorate. It's fine. You can go follow at Stream Beacon TV on all the things. That's our paranormal horror true crime streaming platform. So many cool things coming within the next 6 months. I'm their social media girly, so if you can do all of the engagements and follow and like it everywhere, that would help me out. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can go to streambeacontv.com and use code fangirl10 for 10% off. And last but not least, I wrote a book. It's called The Living and the Dead. It's about a girl who was born a ghost but ages like the living and the reaper who would die to get her to look at him. I'm on all of the major retailers' websites. But if you would like an autographed and personalized copy, you can go to aepurvis.com and use code Aaron Warner for 10% off because it wouldn't be me if I didn't make something about Aaron Warner.
I would also like to very much point out that if you read the book, you need to understand that the main male character has Tom Hiddleston's face.
Tom Hiddleston's face.
It's very important that you know this, okay?
It does.
So
Yes.
you should go do that. Go get the book. It's very good. And that was a very special episode of the Incoherent Fangirl.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love you.
love you.
Bye.
We are sponsored by our friends at Here Comes the Nerd. Pins, stickers, magnets, and more. Here Comes the Nerd has happy art for all fandom-loving hearts. New customers can use coupon code FANGIRL during checkout for 20% off their first order at HereComesTheNerd.com. Coupon applies to ready-to-ship items only.